Well, good morning, everyone. Did we talk about this yet?
No. No, we just did emerging leaders.
Well, welcome to the June 28th, 2016 Board of Commissioners meeting. Thank you to Director Bivens and our emerging leaders from the Department of Job and Family Services. I don't have any notes up here on it, but I do have information from the Franklin County Fair, so I think we're supposed to, and I bet you our county engineer brought this along.
He did.
But I think we're supposed to, and we should, promote the Franklin County Fair. The annual fair is July 16th to the 23rd. That means somewhere around the 20th or so we'll be out there for the Commissioner's Pie Judging Contest, which is always Engineer Ringel's favorite part of the fair, I think.
I do like the chili cook-off.
Oh yeah, the chili cook-off will be on.
Yeah.
So the chili cook-off will be on Wednesday night. The Commissioner's Pie Judging will be on Thursday morning. And then the sale is on, the livestock sale is on Saturday, the last weekend of the fair. It is, if you haven't been to the Franklin County Fair recently, it's time for you to get back out. It's, the fairgrounds look fantastic. The fair board's done a great job. The kids all work really hard. We'll go out. The junior bake sale will be on Thursday afternoon. I don't want everybody to know about that because I don't want my kids to know. Because my kids come with me and I end up buying a lot more brownies and cookies than I normally would. But the 4-H bake sale is also on Thursday afternoon. It's a great time. There's a lot out there for the family to see and do. So mark that down in your calendars, July 16th to the 23rd.
I think you might be the only commissioner at the pie tasting, so you're going to have a lot to do.
I always have to, I can't have sugar, so I always have to have somebody taste the pie for me. So I see County Treasurer Leonard in the room. Maybe he would be willing to stand in and help me judge.
And maybe county administrator, too.
Oh, there you go, County Administrator Wilson, the prosecutor. We can have all kinds of folks out there this year. I need some help. I'll eat, don't worry, I'll eat plenty of chili, I'm sure. But I can't eat the pie very much, so I'll need some help.
We do need to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, there you go. We'll begin this morning's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brooks.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
President O'Grady,
Yes, sir.
for the record, I like chili more than pie if I get to choose.
Even on a hot day? Oh, my
Come on
God.
out.
Yes,
Wow.
even on a hot day.
Okay.
I
like pie. Oh, my goodness.
Engineer Ringel gets the Norwich Township Fire Department to appropriately to judge the pie or the chili contest, but maybe he'll be willing to include county administration this year.
I think we need some women in there. Yeah. All right, there we go. Got volunteers up there.
Volunteers for pie.
Right,
Any
right.
volunteers for no? Okay. All right. And Dean, I already have chili going. My son asked me when I was going to start making more chili for the chili cook-off, so I'm going for top chili and for hottest chili both this year. So anyway, on to the drainage engineer. So Mr. Ringel, if you please come forth.
Resolution number 472-16, authorizing the transfer of funds for the Stormwater Management Program.
And good morning again,
Good morning.
Commissioners. Dean Ringel, County Engineer.
Cornell Robertson, Chief Deputy Engineer.
Commissioners, first item on the agenda is the additional funds that were approved in our budget for second half of 2016 for the stormwater program.
Okay. Just a quick question there. We all saw what happened in West Virginia over the last, I guess, week or so, and how horrendous that flooding was. Are there areas, and they're saying it was a 500-year event. Just want to mention that I think it's really important for us to pay attention to that, because a 500-year event is not something that's on the top of your head, top of mind. And once it happens, people are just really devastated, and they die, their homes are swept away. And I know we're fortunate not to have the type of geography that West Virginia has. But on the other hand, those things can happen here very quickly, as we've seen even recently with some of the flash flooding on our flat land here in Franklin County.
And it's one of those statistics that's kind of hard to understand, but a 100-year flood can occur more than just once every 100 years.
Of
It's a
course,
statistic.
yes.
And 500-year can happen more than once every 500
Yes.
years. So you do
It's
have
an
to be
average,
prepared.
right.
That's part of with federal emergency management and working with the different agencies.
And I know the county, all counties keep the flood maps, and they get updated. And since I've been here, there have been quite a few updates. So our weather's changing. We learned that we're going to have more of these impacts due to climate change. And just wanted to say that this morning, bring it
Right.
to your top of mind.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll move for passage of Resolution 472-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 472-16 has been adopted.
All right, now on to the engineer.
Resolution number 473-16, authorizing non-general fund supplemental appropriations for the motor vehicle and gas tax fund.
Commissioners, since our budget was approved at the end of last year for this year, we've had several changes, some additions that have occurred, one in our construction area and other in township resurfacing. The construction one was predominantly the Elm Creek Drive and Toy Road intersection that came up rather quickly. Both that project and township resurfacing have additional funds coming in to help supplement the cost of the projects.
Great. Move for passage of Resolution number 473-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 473-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 474-16, establishing, altering, and widening of Hendron Road, County Road number 240, from Groveport Road, Main Street to Cherry Blossom Drive, the City of Groveport, Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio, declared necessary.
Commissioners, the City of Groveport is working on a project in this particular area, and they asked us to participate, so this resolution will allow us to work with them on that particular project.
Great. Move for passage of Resolution 474-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 474-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 475-16, establishing, altering, and widening of State Route 161 at Cosgrave Road, the City of Dublin, Washington Township, Franklin County, and Union County, Ohio, viewed, engineered to file plans as necessary.
Commissioners, as you're aware, this is an area that has had a lot of traffic growth and some development that is going to probably increase that traffic. This particular intersection is one that we're working with City of Dublin, Union County, and ODOT to be able to improve.
Move for passage of Resolution 475-16.
Moved
Second.
and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 475-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 476-16, granting approval to declare equipment obsolete and no longer needed for Franklin County use and authorizing sale of said equipment.
Commissioners, as stated, this resolution declares equipment obsolete that is no longer needed and authorizes the sale of that equipment to other government agencies.
Move for passage of Resolution 476-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 476-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 477-16, authorizing the execution of a release of easement in villages at Jefferson Run Phase 2 subdivision and receive a new easement, Franklin County, Ohio.
This resolution is for a subdivision in the northeast part of the county in Jefferson Township, east of Wagner Road and south of Havens Corners Road. The existing storm drainage between lots 35 and 36 is outside of the platted easement. With this resolution, the easement will be released and a new easement conveyed to Franklin County.
Okay. Move for passage of Resolution 477-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 477-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 478-16, petition filed for vacation of unimproved portion of Shaw Road, Township, Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this resolution is the first in a series of 3 for the vacation of a portion of unimproved Shaw Road in the northeast part of the county, also in Jefferson Township, west of Clark State Road.
Quick question, there's no future public use that you foresee of this road area?
No, ma'am.
Okay, including storm drainage? Okay, you're comfortable with it, okay. Move for passage of Resolution 478-16.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 478-16 has been adopted.
Great.
Thank you.
And just for the record, chili followed by a piece of pie is a great meal.
Whoa.
So you got to get both.
And followed by some Tums
And,
or
well,
Maylocks.
I was thinking like elephant ears or something like that, so, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
It is a fair, so.
How about
So-
salads, guys, salads? Don't forget your vegetables.
My son and I are growing
Mom here.
habaneros and jalapenos now to put in the chili. So we're gonna make
Got
the
a
chili.
family recipe.
We're gonna make the hot chili and then the award-winning chili.
There you go.
Warn people, though.
Thank you.
All right, the treasurer.
Resolution number 479-16, authorizing the quick claim deeds for First, Second, and Third Avenues, Lot 1, 11, 12, 17, 33, and 34, BLK 1 and 12 in the villages of Urban Crest.
Good morning, Commissioners. Before we get to the resolution, I did want to take a second to recognize some of the young people that are in our audience today. Back when Bring Your Child to Work Day was originally held, we couldn't do it for scheduling reasons within our office, and so we rescheduled it for today. So we've got a number of the children of our employees in the office and some grandchildren of some of the employees in our office, and so we're glad to have them with us, and they're following me today for a little bit.
And we had a chance to meet, maybe, could they come up and we could take a photo with them?
Sure,
as our
we're happy to
guests?
do that. You guys would
Yeah.
love to do that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
come on up.
Yeah, come on up. Come on, be brave.
It looks like he's taller than me. Jim, about everybody in the room has more hair than me, except for you.
Aya looks terrific.
I'm jealous of that hair.
Yeah, right, right.
I'd have it if I could, but I swear I would. I swear I would. I saw there were a bunch of you kids yesterday, or Sunday at the pool. My family was in town from out of town, and kids had purple hair, blue hair, and they're just looking at me. I'm bald, and I said, if I could, I would.
Then you have to worry about getting, sunburned. So that's what I'm there
son,
too.
Yeah,
So, well, again, appreciate you taking the moment to spend with the kids. So, the resolution that we have involves the transfer of 4 vacant lots in the village of Irving Crest into the ownership of the name of the village. All have been in the name of Franklin County since the mid-1990s, except for one that kind of languished in a little bit of a limbo for quite a few years, and then was finally transferred into the name of the county in February when the finance staff got the tax bill. That's what prompted today's resolution. So, Urban Crest's mayor, Joe Barnes, has been working for several years to acquire lots within Urban Crest to spur some interest in future residential development in the village, and thus far they've been able to acquire 64 residential parcels. There's some couple of community improvement corporations in Urban Crest that own a combined 15 lots. The county's land bank has been working with Mayor Barnes to develop strategies to acquire some more lots, and also unknotting some ownership issues relating to 11 lots that are owned by a defunct community improvement corporation. So the transfer of these lots will aid Mayor Barnes in his development. Obviously, he's supportive of this resolution, but they'll aid his efforts to spur some residential development in this historically black community within which neighbors the I-270 interstate and Grove City, and is a really prime position for future residential development. And additionally, transferring these lots will remove the county from potential liability relating to these abandoned lots. And so, pending any questions, I'd respectfully request approval of the resolution.
And Mayor Barnes does a great job, as does the city council down there, so hopefully this will be a wonderful sort of boost for them.
Exactly.
Great, thanks.
Again, we continue to work with them to try and find opportunities to develop, do some residential development.
And the county's always had a great relationship with Urban Crest.
Absolutely, we have.
Strong relationship. Move for passage of Resolution 47916.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 479-16 has been adopted.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Commissioners.
Thanks,
Have a great
Ed.
day.
Good luck today, everyone. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 480-16, authorizing the Franklin County Job and Family Services Director to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the State of Ohio Department of Administrative Services for work associated with the Ohio Benefits Project.
Good morning, Commissioners. Joy Bivens, Director of Franklin County Job and Family Services. Our first resolution will authorize the agency director to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the State of Ohio Department of Administrative Services to work associated with the Ohio Benefits Program. The State of Ohio will often request support from county JFS agencies in the form of staff to serve as subject matter experts for committees, participation in trainings, and in the performance system testing. The local JFS is reimbursed by the state for their staff involvement. Our agency will benefit from this by having our staff involved in the development, implementation, training, and testing associated with this project. Pending any questions, I ask for the approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 48016.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 480-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 481-16, approving a contract extension for on-site case management services between the Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services and the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center in the amount of $207,727, in the amount of $207,727.80. That's all wrong.
In exchange for 2 on-site case managers, the Ohio Wexner Medical Center will reimburse JFS monthly for the actual cost for the case managers, including salaries, benefits, and a prorated share of associated supervisor and clerical positions. Having case managers on site has proven to expedite the determination of customers' eligibility for medical assistance and many other public assistance programs. Pending any questions, I ask for the approval of this resolution.
I was at the ER last night, all day yesterday, with a family member, and what a fantastic job they do at the Wexner Medical Center. So we're really blessed and lucky to have them and have them serving all of our clients. Move for passage of Resolution 48116.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 481-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 482-16, approving a subaward amendment with Jewish Family Services for workforce development services targeting unemployed Franklin County child support obligors, an increase of $30,000 in the amount of $80,000.
This resolution will approve an amendment to an existing contract with Jewish Family Services for workforce development services, which are targeting unemployed Franklin County child support obligors. Specifically, the obligors participating in the CSEA's Catalyst and Compass programs. Jewish Family Services has exceeded the number of participants they originally budgeted for and are requesting an additional funding to continue providing services through September 30th, 2016. Pending any questions, I ask for the approval of this resolution.
Another great partner in this community. Yes.
Absolutely.
Move for passage of Resolution 48216.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 482-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 483-16, approving a subaward agreement with the United Way of Central Ohio for the Franklin County Youth Council in the amount of $66,078.
My final resolution will support the establishment and administration of the Franklin County Youth Council. This council is a part of the county-wide initiative to empower youth and encourage their involvement in their community and issues that they are facing. The council will be comprised of 10 high school students from each of the 4 quadrants of Franklin County for a total of 40 students. The recruitment will come from local schools, faith-based groups, and youth-serving service agencies in the community. Members of the council will be asked to help develop and identify youth programs, participate in community service projects, develop a county-wide youth portal, and conduct meetings with other teams to discuss the challenges that they are facing. The ultimate goal, Commissioners, is to develop and enhance their leadership skills for the future. Funding for the initiative will also be provided by the United Way of Central Ohio and Franklin County Children's Services. Pending any questions, I ask for the approval of this resolution.
This is going to be great. There's been a lot of thought put into this. I'm happy to move for passage of Resolution 48316.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 483-16 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Joy. Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 484-16, authorizing a one-year contract with the Ohio State University to provide support services to homeless youth through programs and services offered by the Star House in the amount of $150,000.
Morning, Commissioners. James Schimmer, Director of Economic Development. I'm joined at the dais for our last time with Carla Scott Williams. For the general public and for our staff, Carla has been named the Director of Neighborhoods by Mayor Ginther, and really proud of that. And I just wanted to personally say thank you for all of this good stuff you brought to EDP while you were here. So thanks, Carla.
You know, Carla, I've been kind of close to the creation of this new department. My wife was very integral in the selection. When she told me that they were going to pursue bringing you on as the new director, you know, it was one of those bittersweet days where you say, well, you're getting the right person, but now what will we do? How will we fill the hole that we have? Very proud of the administration for creating this Department of Neighborhoods. I think it's something that folks have talked about for a long time, and I'm proud to see that after 120 days in office, or however many it is at this point, 160 days in office, the mayor's decided that this is the right direction. But I'm more proud of the fact that they made the right choice for the person to run that new department. So great decision, and congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner.
And you'll be returning to where you began, right? You were at the city.
Yes.
Under Mayor Coleman, and just then we were lucky to have you for a few years. How many years?
It's been, 4 years now. 4 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You've made it seem effortless.
Thank
so
you.
we look forward to your continued great work, Carla.
Thank you.
Outstanding.
Thank you. I'm excited about the new opportunity. I'll miss working with folks at the county, but really excited about the new opportunity. And I'm sure I'll be able to work with, continue to work with some of the departments as well. Thank you.
Great.
Commissioners, this resolution with Ohio State.
Star House?
Did we
Thank
read
you.
the-
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which one we started. Sorry about that.
That's
This resolution with Star House will provide services to homeless youth ages 14 to 24. Under this contract, Star House will conduct outreach to the streets, soup kitchens, public libraries, parks, and in the woods and homeless camps throughout Columbus and Franklin County. Star House provides basic needs to homeless youth, and some of the key things that they provide to them is an opportunity to have an address when they're looking for jobs, looking for employment. They need a mailing address, which they don't have. They allow them, they have access to internet service so they can work on resumes. And in addition to those services, they also provide them with services from other community partners, AIDS Resource Center, Coalition on Homelessness, counseling services from Concord and Nationwide Children's Hospital. Pending any questions, we request approval of this resolution.
This is such a great partnership we began last year, and you know, meeting some of these kids, they are unfortunately the children of previously homeless parents.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, so many of our colleagues have been involved in this, in government, but also the private sector, making certain that these kids have a fighting chance. The other problem that is addressed there that I just want to mention is that many of these children are very subject to the sex trade. If we can't get them help and keep them off the streets and get them employed, they're looking at some pretty drastic situations in their lives. So thank you for making sure this happened again this year. Move for passage of Resolution 484-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 484-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 485-16, authorizing a one-year contract with Heart of Ohio Family Health Centers to provide culturally appropriate behavioral health care and substance abuse services in the amount of $150,000.
Commissioners, this resolution with Heart of Ohio Family Health Centers will provide behavioral health care and substance abuse services to current patients ages 12 and older, in particular in the Capitol Park Family Health Center, which is located in Northeast Columbus. Capitol Park area has a large immigrant and refugee population, and so providing culturally appropriate services to these individuals will be of great benefit. In addition, they will provide navigation assistance to these patients who are uninsured or underinsured, and their goal is to increase the number of patients that actually make and keep their first appointment with a behavioral health specialist. Pending any questions, we request approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 485-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 485-16 has been adopted.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Child support enforcement.
Resolution number 486-16, authorizing a IVD contract with Franklin County Clerk of Courts in the amount of $211,584.67.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lori Torriero on behalf of the Franklin County Child Support Enforcement Agency. This is our annual interagency contract with the Clerk of Courts. It provides the way that we as an agency pay for our filing fees with the Clerk of Courts when we file legal actions. It also supports some client-filed actions that clients may file on their own behalf in their child support case. Pending any questions, I'd request approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 486-16.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 8486-16 has been adopted. Resolution 487-16, authorizing the Franklin County Child Support Enforcement Agency to offer a letter of support to MDRC Incorporated for the Procedural Justice Informed Alternatives to Contempt Evaluation Grant.
Commissioners, this is a rather unusual request. However, MDRC is a social research firm that we have worked with on 3 previous federal grants. They are one of the few social research firms that has embraced child support as an area of research and development, and they are probably one of the leading social research firms that researches programs to, among other things, alleviate poverty, and provide for early education, childhood education. We've had such a good experience with them, and they are so knowledgeable that when they approached us, because they are applying to be the evaluator on this procedural justice early intervention in child support grant, we agreed to bring it to you for your authorization.
Could you translate that? Yeah. Tell people what this really does. It's a little bit hard to understand that
Sure.
bureaucratic term.
One of the things that child support from a national level and across the country, child support agencies are looking at ways of engaging our parents in programming. And this firm and the grant dollars that go with it helps us to do sort of the gold standard in social research, which is the random assignment study. If you're assigned to the treatment group, if you're assigned to the control group, and then comparing those results. They are, as I said, one of the few social research firms that has embraced doing that kind of research in the child support realm to determine how can we best get our clients engaged in the programming we have to offer, how can we best...
Instead of just like not really meeting their obligations.
Right?
Essentially. What are all the obligation
Well,
opportunities
Well,
they can take
right,
advantage of?
so that, because child support has had a history of working primarily with punitive measures, we now are having a difficult time convincing folks that we have more to offer than that. So we have, as you just approved, an extension on a contract that we provide workforce services to people who have been found
There
in
you go.
contempt.
Right.
We provide waiver and compromise agreements for folks who owe child support to reimburse the state. We provide an enhanced modification program to help walk people through the process of getting their order modified to something that is more within their means to pay.
We really want people to succeed in meeting their obligations.
Absolutely.
And we have a lot of tools out there that they may not be aware of.
Absolutely. And a lot of times what happens is, they hear on the phone that we're calling from child support, or they get a letter from child support, and because we're now in the process of changing our image, we have to get over their first instinct, which is to toss it. And MDRC has been at the forefront of helping us design those letters so that clients will respond, at the forefront of helping us determine what is our best method of outreach. And so this new grant that they are applying for would provide programming before the client reaches the point where they are in contempt of court.
So it's good for everyone, good for
Yeah,
families.
absolutely.
Good for the we call it the obligor, the non-custodial parent.
Right, the person who
and-
who's required to pay child support.
Right.
And it also, part of this grant also has some components that would help bring the parties together to work out an agreement. One of the things that we as a program have not traditionally done is to help parents. More than half of our clients have never been married, to work together as a unit to create some stability for their children.
That's so important for the children. Well, thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Move for passage of Resolution 48716.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 487-16 has been adopted.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Lori. Public Facilities
I
Manager.
haven't yet met a pie that I don't like.
What's that?
I said I haven't yet met a pie that I don't like.
Got a ringer
Minced
there.
meat. Minced meat. Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 488-16, authorizing amendment number 1 to the contract with Public Communication Services Incorporated, providing inmate telephone services.
Sorry, excuse me for a second.
Speaker we missed.
We had a speaker, I didn't realize this was up here, on Resolution 486, which is Lori still here? Can you catch Lori, Eric? Barbara Ransom. This is on the 4D contract with the Clerk of Court's office. Barbara, if you could state your name, your address, and you are speaking for the resolution, which we passed already, so that's good.
Yes, my name is Barbara Ransom. My address is 2276 Dawnlight Avenue in Columbus, Ohio, and I was speaking for the resolution, but I also wanted to make a suggestion within the state and local agencies to make sure that the federal statutes that are on the books are also being enforced, because Federal Statute 42 USCS subsection 651 pertains to the cooperation within state and local agencies to locate the obligor parent. Currently, this is a statute that is not enforced. It's just on the books. So I would recommend that that gets put in place, because I personally have gone and done the investigating, tracking, and all of that myself, filing the contempt of court, getting the arrest warrant through the grand jury. All of those were done on my own. And the laws are on the books, so we need to have a cooperation among the agencies so that these things are being taken care of.
Good comments. And, You know, you heard our discussion about alternatives to contempt, you know, so we're trying to be more creative, and I'm sure the department would love to have more input from you on your advice. Thank you.
Thanks, Barbara. Sorry, now to Public Facilities Management Resolution 48816.
Good morning, Commissioner. Jim Gunno, Public Facilities Management. I'm joined this morning by Darla Reardon, Assistant Director for our agency. Commissioners, we're asking you to modify our contract with the vendor who provides inmate telephone services. For a number of years, the Federal Communications Commission has been working to reform the jail telecommunications market, both mandating and strongly encouraging other actions to limit commissions collected in many parts of the country. In that respect, Franklin County has been a leader in this area for many years by offering some of the lowest inmate calling rates in the country. I'm going to ask Darla to highlight the essential change in the contract and why we are asking you to approve this action.
Move for passage of Resolution 48816.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Go ahead, Darla.
It's okay. Good morning, Commissioners. Even though Franklin County is well below the threshold imposed by the FCC, it must still adopt a billing change because charging a flat rate per call is no longer permitted. This flat rate structure, which has been an industry standard, must change to a per-minute billing, basically a pay-as-you-go structure. PFM is recommending that Franklin County adopt a rate of 4 cents per minute and forsake any commission. The vendor is not aware of any county or state in the country with rates this low. Our average call is about 13 minutes, so at 4 cents per minute, it is break even for the inmate. The benefit for the inmate is short calls will be less expensive. For example, under the existing arrangement, the charge for an 8-minute call is 55 cents. Under the new plan, the charge drops to 32 cents. Pending any questions, PFM requests your approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 48816.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brooks?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
Resolution number 488-16 has been adopted.
Commissioners, unlike the shameless pandering that's gone on for these folks that want to test at the Franklin County Fair, you know, you have someone here who has prior experience. I just want you to keep that in mind.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. It is a difficult job, so prior experience does actually count. Correct. The Human Resources Department.
Resolution number 489-16, approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. Have the following personnel actions this week. Child Support Enforcement Agency, 1 probationary removal, 1 transfer between agencies. Department of Job and Family Services, 2 new hires, 1 promotion, 1 lateral class change, and 2 resignations. Office on Aging, we have 4 transfers within the agency. And Public Facilities Management, we have 1 new hire. Pending any questions, I request approval of the resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 48916.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brooks?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
Resolution number 489-16 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
The Purchasing Department.
Resolution number 490-16, approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $1,220,204.26.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Balanier, representing the Purchasing Department. The resolution before you requests your approval of 95 purchase orders. These purchase orders have been pre-certified as to the availability of funds by the county auditor. Pending any questions, we recommend approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 49016.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brooks?
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Aye.
Resolution number 490-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Megan. Board of County Commissioners.
Resolution number 491-16, reappointing Franklin County and joint Franklin County/City of Columbus members to the Local Workforce Development Board pursuant to the requirements of the Workforce Investment and Opportunity Act of 2015.
Good morning, Commissioners. Eric Janis, Deputy Administrator. Commissioners, over the last 7 or 8 months, I've come to you with a couple of different resolutions making appointments to our new Workforce Development Board. The terms of those appointments were through June 30th for this transitional period while we transition. The reappointments here set the terms consistent with the statute for 3 years staggered, and the appointments before you are both your 9 individual appointments as a board, but also the 9 joint appointments with the city and the county together. Very proud of the membership we have on this board, and I think it will be a well-functioning board. Pending any questions, would recommend approval.
They have their work cut out for them, too.
They do.
We're lucky to have these are all volunteers.
That's true, Commissioner.
Move for passage of Resolution 491-16.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 491-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Victoria, do we have any journalizations this morning?
No.
All right, that concludes the June 28th meeting. We'll see everybody next week.